Good morning, traders. Today is April 21st, and I'm done trading for the day. I made a total of $977 today after commissions. That's equivalent to about $48 per account on all of my 20 accounts. So a pretty decent day. Today was a very interesting price action. I do have a live video that I recorded of all of these trades that I made this morning. I do caution that the first 40, I think 48 minutes of that video is the sound was bad. I had my mic tilted and I only noticed it 48 minutes in, so you could kind of hear certain things, but some of the things was cutting off. So that was unfortunate. But at least, yeah, but I still have it recorded, and you could check out my thought process on some of the trades. I did want to make this video to just summarize. If you don't want to watch, I think the video is like 2.5 hours or something of trading that I did. So this is just a quick summary of the trades that I took and kind of the price action that we saw this morning. So going into the charts, so basically what we saw, this is ES futures. What we saw, crazy sell-off in the morning, basically from 6:30 to 7. We saw some buyers that stepped in near these lows, and it just started drifting higher and higher with like no almost selling. And then what we saw was 1500 negative delta, which is the difference between buyers and sellers, into this value area, like somewhat into this value area. That's actually where on MES I was trading. That's where I took my first short right here. Then then we did have like a flush out, almost like a manipulation of buyers that just try to take out all these sellers, the remaining sellers, before we saw a sell off. And what confused me with this was like basically when you see a move like this and then you see a continuation of buyers, that makes me cautious of like, hey, this thing might actually start drifting a lot higher. And so when it pulled back, I was also looking at Nasdaq, which is I always use both of them, and it was in a similar picture. It actually broke out of this value area and then pulled back into this value area, previous value area from the 6 o'clock, and there was about like negative 42 delta and then 40 positive delta. So to me, that looked a little bit suspicious. So I ended up making a mistake and taking a like a $10 profit day profit on this trade right here, almost like few minutes before these. This is 1 minute bars. Few minutes before this thing just dropped significantly, and I would have locked in a lot more profits. Then what happened was, yeah, there was positive delta here, but then as it was growing, I did see a pickup of sellers here, and that made me short one contract. I hated this price because I'm like already missed most of this load, so I ended up shorting at 41.41, and then yeah, it like scared me out. Like the thing is, basically, yeah, it went up all the way to with 3,700 delta, positive delta, which I thought like this is yeah, like it might continue higher. But the thing is, the picture for me for the day is it's still bearish, right? We have this cluster of orders here that needs to be broken for it to be bullish. It's still in a like the value is still dropping on the day, and basically I wasn't, even though this is a lot of buyers, I am like usually I don't like to trade against this. I think I think I wanted to get out here for a break even, but I didn't initially, I don't think. Yeah, I did. I was considering it, and then I didn't. It pulls higher into this value area of orders. Um, then it pulls back. I ended up, because of like kind of the shift, like almost like this range that we're in. I just decided to lock in at these lows right here into this value area, kind of into this cluster of orders here, and that was a good call because it started going higher right away. I reshorted into this value area and added another one at 51.25 and ended up just locking in like I think another small profit. Yeah, about $20 of profit here and break even on another one. And yeah, that was kind of like, yeah, the two trades. Yeah, very or I guess three trades that I did. very dirty type of trading today. I was very surprised with the price action. You don't normally see a crazy sell-off, then a crazy recovery, then a crazy sell-off, then like a slow grind up. And then right now it looks like, again, the selling picked up. So pretty interesting price action. Going into NASDAQ was a little bit more trickier than ES. So like basically it broke out of this value area that I was looking at ES, sold off. Then when it was retesting right here, there was way too much buyers here, but then eventually it still had some sellers that pushed this a little bit lower, but it just could not have this thing go like much lower, even though ES was like still pretty weak. And eventually just started grinding up, and yeah, like nothing. Yeah, basically nothing too major as far as like trying to trade this type of market. So yeah, that kind of sums it up. Oh, I guess I did want to mention. So I was saying yesterday that Apex Trader Funding last day was yesterday. So apparently they extended the 90% off on all of their accounts until May 1st, which is pretty crazy. They never had a 90% off for the first month, and then I think it's 80% off for the second month, or for the months following. So it's up. Yeah, it's a great deal. Again, you get a free Ninja Trader license, as well as the data that you need to trade futures. You could use my coupon code in the description below. I personally use it, and it's a great company. I've got paid by them multiple times already, and yeah, I only hear good things about it from everybody else. I thought I would mention that, and I think that kind of sums it up. I want to keep this video short. I do have that long live trading video that I did, talking about all of those trades that we just quickly discussed today. And yeah, that's kind of sums up the profit. And again, some people ask me like, why am I trading like MES instead of ES, right? Like the full contract. And to answer the question, I when you have 20 accounts that are really cheap, basically, to get and to get them funded and so on, you don't need to make that much money on MES to make to make a good amount for the day. So for example, today I made 48.88 per account, but I made $977, which is good enough for me for a daily profit. And the thing is, yeah, like for me, I'm able to control the risk much better. I stress less when I trade micros. I feel like it's much uh heavy, even though like, yeah, this number is multiplied by 20. It feels like I'm trading. Like for example, if I lose $50, I don't feel like I lose $1,000. I feel like I lost $50. And I think that's huge for me for psychology purposes, as far as not stressing out about like taking losses, or let's say I have a winner and I'm up, let's say $100 on that account, for example, when in reality, let's say if you're doing that same trade on ES and you're up $4,000, because that would be equivalent to 4,000, or actually, sorry, that would be equivalent to 2,000 on 20 accounts. If you're up 2,000, you might have like kind of this like, even though like I'm used to trading ES features and seeing those types of losses and profits, but to me, like psychologically, it's easier to just trade with multiple accounts and not be stressed out. So that's basically the main reason why I trade micros. I've When I started Apex Trader about November 2022, I was also trading a full contract on my personal account, like I always do. But then after I got these accounts, I'm like, why am I, like, I don't need to trade my personal anymore. I just strictly use Apex, and I'm leveraged with 20 accounts, and I'm making a good amount of money right now. So yeah, that I just thought I would give you guys an update on the reasoning behind that. So yeah, and if you like this type of content, yeah, I would encourage you guys to like and subscribe. I trade the markets daily. I'm gonna create more educational videos on my setups and so on. So I appreciate you guys watching this video, and have a good weekend. Thank you.